Welcome back to City Insider. This is a YouTube channel for news, stories, and analysis surrounding Manchester City Football Club. I will update new video every day. Like, subscribe and turn on notifications to support me. Man City bid for Lucas Paqueta was nowhere near our valuation. West Ham manager David Moyes hopes to be able to complete deals for both James Ward-Prowse and Harry Maguire, but stressed Manchester City's bid for midfielder Lucas Paqueta was not anywhere near the club's valuation. West Ham are understood to have knocked back an initial £60 million approach for Paqueta from the Premier League champions. We've had an offer from Manchester City, but at the moment it's not anywhere near meeting our valuation, said Moyes. Despite initial frustrations in the summer window, the Irons have added Mexico midfielder Edson Alvarez to the squad in a £35 million deal from Ajax, with Ward-Prowse set to follow. James Ward-Prowse is having a medical just now. We've agreed a fee, but it's not right I speak about him as he's not yet our player, Moyes told a press conference. United boss Erik ten Hag was giving little away when questioned on Maguire's future, stressing the England defender would be available for Monday's game against Wolves even though the club had accepted a bid from West Ham, understood to be around £30 million. On the situation regarding Maguire's expected arrival, Moyes said, "We've had a bid accepted from Manchester United, but while he's not our player, I'm not in a position to discuss him really." After seeing former captain Declan Rice complete a new British transfer record move to Arsenal in a £105 million deal, West Ham have been trying to reshape the squad for next season, when they will also compete in the Europa League, if not as quickly as Moyes would have liked. It's not about us having £100 million to spend, but the fees being charged by clubs for players, the West Ham boss said. "We sold Declan. I actually think Declan was quite cheap, to be honest, and there has nearly not been a player we have gone for under £40 million. We have been very active, as you all know, trying to get players in." Pep Guardiola's epic reaction to Harry Kane's transfer to Bayern Munich. Tottenham Hotspur striker Harry Kane is all set to complete his move to Bayern Munich this summer. The Bundesliga champions have reportedly offered a 4-year contract to rope in Kane. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola has now shared his thoughts on Kane's potential summer transfer to the Bavarian Giants. Guardiola came to know about the development during a press conference. "Is it done? Officially?" a confused Guardiola asked. The treble-winning manager then showered immense praise on Kane, underlining the England captain's top attributes. Pep Guardiola had famously tried to bring Harry Kane to Manchester City in 2021. The Premier League champions had made a £100 million bid, but the negotiations did not materialise. Spurs chairman Daniel Levy decided not to let go of their star striker, who had 3 years left on his contract back then. Harry Kane needs 48 more goals to become the all-time leading goalscorer of the Premier League. According to Guardiola, Kane possesses all the qualities to achieve the incredible feat. Everybody knows about his qualities. Just take a look at him. He is an exceptional striker, the Spaniard was quoted as saying by TalkSport, highlighting Kane's versatility as a striker. Guardiola said, "Top attributes: right, left, dropping, quality to play assists, score goals in the box. Score goals arriving, so he is an exceptional striker. Just Alan Shearer is in front of him as the top goal scorer of all time." Manchester City attempt for Bundesliga player revealed. The French media today reveals Manchester City's attempt to sign Bayern Munich winger Kingsley Coman. RMC Sport journalist Fabrice Hawkins says Pep Guardiola's side are interested in the 27-year-old, but would face a struggle to sign him. It's said that Bayern Munich have closed the doors to Coman's exit this summer, unlikely to negotiate a deal. RCM's story, meanwhile, says Manchester City have actually tried to sign the Frenchman, and had their attempt dismissed by the Bundesliga side. It's claimed that the Premier League champions are now focused on another target, which is Jeremy Doku. The report says Manchester City are very well positioned for the signing. Committed to the chase for several days, Doku could become the League One side's record sale, surpassing Eduardo Camavinga, who moved to Real Madrid for €31 million. Crystal Palace star Michael Olise is also said to be on the list, but it's claimed that he actually has a preference for Chelsea, with whom he already has an agreement. All those situations make Doku the most likely signing for now, at least as far as RMC are concerned. West Ham target Cole Palmer as they lose hope of keeping Lucas Paqueta. West Ham have accepted they are likely to lose Lucas Paqueta to Manchester City and are trying to soften the blow by signing Cole Palmer from the champions. Pep Guardiola is keen to strengthen in attacking midfield, and Paqueta's desire to join the treble winners is expected to prove decisive. West Ham have rejected an opening proposal of £70 million from City for the Brazilian, whose contract contains an £85 million release clause that becomes active next summer, but will sell for the right price. There is an acknowledgement within the club that keeping Paqueta against his wishes could be counterproductive. It has been stressed, though, that West Ham's record signing has remained professional this week. Paqueta, who left Lyon for £51 million last summer, has travelled with the squad for Saturday's game at Bournemouth. West Ham have already sold Declan Rice to Arsenal for £105 million and are not under financial pressure. However, they are planning for the likelihood of Paqueta leaving. They have asked City about taking Palmer on loan as part of the deal, but it is understood that they would have a better chance of signing the winger on a permanent basis. The England under-21 international scored a stunning goal during City's defeat by Arsenal in the Community Shield and also has interest from Brighton. Palmer is left-footed but predominantly plays on the right. Jarrod Bowen normally plays on the right for West Ham, but David Moyes is thinking about using the 26-year-old in a central role. He envisages Palmer and Bowen playing in the same side. The uncertainty over Paqueta has not prevented West Ham from backing Moyes this week. They have signed the Mexico midfielder Edson Alvarez from Ajax for £32 million and are set to announce the £30 million signing of the Southampton midfielder James Ward-Prowse. Crystal Palace have no desire to sell Michael Olise. Roy Hodgson says Crystal Palace have no desire to sell their best players amid interest from Chelsea, Manchester City and Tottenham. On the eve of the new Premier League season, two of Palace's key assets are linked with leaving Selhurst Park, namely Michael Olise and Eberechi Eze. Olise has reportedly agreed terms with Chelsea, though the Blues have had an opening offer of £26 million turned down, but this will be a story to follow as it is said that the young winger has a £35 million release clause, something that has also piqued the interest of City, who are looking at Riyad Mahrez replacements. As for Eze, the England international has been tentatively linked with Spurs, who could be set to pursue the attacking midfielder now that Harry Kane is departing for Bayern Munich. Having already lost legendary talisman Wilfried Zaha this summer, Palace are determined to keep hold of their brightest attacking talents who excelled last season. It would be a bitter blow now if we had to start the season with other of our top players being tempted away from us, or other clubs coming in and persuading Crystal Palace to sell them, Hodgson said in his pre-match press conference on Friday. There is no desire to sell any of those players, and we cannot avoid speculation that other clubs will be interested in players of that quality. Olise recorded 11 league assists, a feat only bettered by Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah and Leandro Trossard, while Eze was the Eagles' top scorer with 10 goals. There is also interest in Palace's centre-backs Marc Guehi and Joachim Andersen from a variety of top Premier League clubs. And that's the end of this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to support me.